very much. Hi, Jamie. Thanks for coming again. Hi, Mel and Steve. Thanks for coming. Really appreciate you guys. Hello. Yes, it is wonderful to see all of you. Guys, today we are going to be doing some dancing. We're going to be doing a little bit of singing. We're going to talk about how vegans are awesome. We're going to start right away with that. Oh, no, actually, hold on a second. I do have to do something here. I have to press a couple of buttons to make sure that everybody on YouTube is able to write if they want to. YouTube. Thank you, guys. Oops. Hi, thanks for coming in, guys. Hi, Summer. Hi, Bella. Hi, Audrey. Thank you for being here. That's so nice to see you. Hi, Alicia. Thanks for joining. Oh, guys, thanks a lot for already starting to press the like button on the middle of the screen. You guys are so sweet. I'm always so impressed that you guys remember to do that right away when you come in to help veganize the world. Oh, wow, 70 roses. That's nice. Thank you. Thank you, guys. A banana or try something. I don't know your names, guys. Putting these little decorations of roses on the screens. That is awesome. And who do we have over here on YouTube? Somebody says hi to me whose name is Pitt something. Hi, Pitt. Yeah, I'm Miss Katie. I am here in Italy. It is almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon over here. And I'm 61 years old. 61 and a half actually at the time of when I'm making this video. You might see this in a couple of years and then I won't be anymore. But at the moment, I have been vegan for almost 10 years. So on June 27th, 2026, it will be 10 years. Let me know about you guys. Where are you all in the world? Am I Italian? No, I'm actually Canadian. Yes, I am trained as a registered nurse. Yeah, just a sec. I'm going to get to all of your questions. You guys are definitely welcome to come in, and you're definitely welcome to write any comments as long as they are nice, of course, kind, helpful, and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Thanks, guys, for understanding. Put this on here. There we go. All right, let me just see okay, yeah, this is great. Okay, hi. So we have 483 of you guys who just came in already on TikTok. Thanks for subscribing, guys. Hey, Foxy. Guys. Yes, I know, right? Exactly. So I see this on TikTok, see this on YouTube. Animals are friends, not food. Don't eat us, wear us, use us, or steal from us. I saw that. Out of the corner of my eye, TikTok. That's right. Thank you for the little hearts, guys. Yep, so if you want to get to the top of the lineup here to talk to me, we already have 36 people who want to come in and speak, and that's great. You guys are making amazing teaching assistants, but remember that you have to be over 18. Okay, so I'm going to get to the this person's called Fat Chud. Not sure if I'm okay with that. Well, we'll see. We have to give people the benefit of the doubt, right? Exactly. Hold on, let me turn up my volume here. Hi, welcome to the live stream. Where are you in the world?
I'm in Australia at the moment.
Okay, hi. I'm in Italy. Are you vegan yet?
No, I am not, but I'm willing to convert.
Convert, like it's some sort of religion. Well, it should be. It almost should be. Yeah, we believe in saving the animals. Okay, so you ready to read a card?
Yes, I'm very ready to read the card.
Okay, so am I still vegan if? So we're looking at question number 151. I'll read the question, you read the answer, all right?
All right.
Okay, so first, what number are you starting at? I see 5.6 thousand likes. Do you see that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, do you know what to do next? How to speak to the audience?
I do, yes.
Go ahead, tell them what you're supposed to say.
I am going to read the answer of the question that Miss Katie here is going to read.
Okay, here, try this one instead. Read this enthusiastically. Okay.
Hello, TikTok and YouTube. Welcome to class. I'm Oakley, Miss Katie's new teaching assistant. Please tap the screen 100 times each to create little hearts to encourage me. After that, write number 100 in the comments and then keep going if you think I'm doing a good job. Good job reading and explaining veganism. Thank you.
All right, there we go. So you tell everyone to tap 100 times to encourage you.
Yeah, everyone tap, trust.
All right, here we go. So, am I still vegan if I go to non-vegan restaurants?
It is important to support many vegan businesses as you can so they don't close. But it is also important to choose vegan options in non-vegan restaurants so they don't remove these from the menus, because that would be extremely detrimental to the animals who depend on us to help them.
Okay. Does that make sense to you?
That does make sense to me, yes.
All right, hold on. I got a super chat here I just want to deal with. That part, oops, somebody wrote, that part sport. 2233. Okay, thank you for the £1.99. And you write, play gnarly. I don't know what gnarly is or gnarly or whatever. It seems like it's a song, but we're here to teach about the animals, and we're going to teach songs about animals. So if you want to watch it or listen to it on your own, you definitely can. And sometimes I do play these kinds of songs when I'm on TikTok only without YouTube, sometimes. But today, I'll think about it. I'll see. Okay, so that's question 151. Is there anything you'd like to say to help to make the world a better place for the animals?
Not really, but I do have a question for you.
Okay.
So with veganism, it's all you can't eat animals and such.
No, we choose
to protect them and such.
We choose not to exploit them. So exploit means to steal from them or use them, ride them as in horses at the Olympics or in horse racing. We choose not to rip the skin off of bunny rabbits and put it onto hats. Can you think of other examples of different ways that we would not exploit animals?
Milking heifers for their milk.
Yeah, we won't steal the milk from cows or from goats, for example. We also won't steal the milk from pigs or from giraffes, because giraffe milk is for baby.
Giraffes.
That's right. And cow's milk is for baby.
Cows.
That's it. You got it.
But with my question, I'm just wondering, is it okay to also eat, crickets and bugs?
Well, we don't eat
have many pain receptors?
They do have pain receptors, because you can tell, because if you ever try to hurt a cricket or a bug, they fly away. They're afraid. And we don't want to hurt anyone unnecessarily.
I see. Okay. That answers my question.
Anything else?
No, but thank you for letting me join the live, and I will stop hurting animals and eating their byproduct.
You will? Would you like to take a vegan promise to stop drinking milk?
I would love to take a vegan promise.
Okay. So read the whole card, okay? And put your hand on your heart. Put your hand on your heart, but only put your hand on your heart if you really mean it, because it's the worst thing to break a promise to yourself. Because really, you are your own best friend, right? So you have to be able to trust yourself, right? So I can't see you, so I don't know if you're going to really put your hand on your heart or not, but I suggest you do, because you seem like a nice person.
Thank you. I do have my hand on my heart.
All right, so here we go. Read this out loud, please.
I, Oakley, promise to stop consuming all dairy products because I don't want to be cruel to cows. Since I learned that the dairy industry is a cycle of kidnapping, sexual assault, torture, enslavement, and murder, I no longer want to buy anything that comes from there. I prefer to be kind, so I'll choose vegan options from now on.
How do you feel?
I feel great.
You feel okay? Good. I'm very proud of you. That's great.
Thank you.
All right, so today is kind of your vegan declaration day, isn't it? I got on my calendar Monday, April 13th, but you are in Australia?
I have the same, yes.
Oh, it's still
Monday.
It's still Monday for you? It's not after midnight yet?
No.
Okay, so you must be on the western side of Australia. Is that correct?
Yeah.
What time is it where you are?
9:01 p.m.
Really? Okay, so you're only 6 hours away from me here in Italy. I always think in Australia it's like a whole 12 hours, but that's the other end of the continent, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much for reading the card. I do appreciate you very much. And look at the number here. It's up to 18,000 just because of you.
Wow. I feel honored.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You were in the middle of a word there. You feel honored. It sounded like you were saying. So thank you. You know what? I'm going to tap on the screen myself too. Guys, take your little finger here and tap on the screen where you see the heart. Like tap, and if you're on TikTok, you can tap all over. You can tap on the little piggy here. Guys, on YouTube, I don't think you have a specific place except for on the side here, right? All right. So yeah, in case you're wondering, I do have 2 channels going. I'm tapping away here, tapping away, guys. And plus, it's fun to put the hearts on the screen, right? And look at you guys. Thanks, guys, on YouTube. So look, basically, we're here because we know that hurting animals is wrong, right? Nobody wants to really hurt them. And did you guys know, did you ever think about that you were actually born vegan? Did you ever stop to think about it? Yeah. You were born vegan because when you were little, you never wanted to hurt animals. Yeah, look at this little sweetheart. Look here. Here we have a little, see that? This is a little sheep. Little sheep that I got at a store, a secondhand store, for like $1. Had to wash this little sheep. This is not real wool, thankfully. Okay, well, that would not make any sense, right? So look, this is a little sheep, and sheep want to live. And when you were little, you never wanted to hurt sheep. It would never have occurred to you to be cruel. You wanted to pet the sheep and hug the sheep, just like puppies, just like dogs, right? And so, unfortunately, as you got older, when your parents started to feed you, they kind of deceived you. One day you were eating and your parents were putting peas, mashed up peas on a spoon. And they went, here comes the airplane. And they put the mashed up peas in your mouth and you trusted your parents. That was fine. But then another day, one day, they mashed up a dead animal and put that on a spoon and put that in your mouth. And you opened your mouth and you trusted your parents, but you had no idea it was a dead dog. Did I say dog? Oh, I meant cat. One day your parents fed you a dead cat. Oh, did I say cat? Sorry, I meant pig or chicken or a lamb. You see, it doesn't matter. All the animals are the same, and your parents betrayed you. Now, we're not going to blame your mom and dad because they didn't know better. They were taught like their parents were taught. But when you know better, you can. You remember the end of that sentence? When you know better, you can do better. Uh-oh, YouTube, no rodeo hats on that vegan teacher's head. That is something that I dread. Now, we already talked about how you should put a chicken on my shoulder instead. Okay? Thank you for remembering. Come on, guys. All right. Now, I don't know if TikTok has any little sheep. Never seen one appear on the screen, but I have seen a gigantic, well, pretty big, a big giraffe appear, and that was beautiful. Sometimes people put a whale coming in and a puppy on my desk. Sometimes people put these beautiful teddy bears. Like, all the animals are welcome. All the animals are welcome here on TikTok, but no rodeo hats on my head because I dread the rodeo industry. It's a cycle of misery and horrible, horrible people are there. Yeah, a lot of animal abusers. Oh, thank you for the vegan burger on my head. I wish I had a hat like that. TikTok. That is so nice. Did you guys see the lettuce in there? Yeah, and the bun is vegan. That's right. Even some vegan cheese in there. That's great. I do like that. Keep that coming if you want to, okay? Now, let's go to Hannah here, who is apparently a real Christian. She has one of those crosses beside her name.
Hi.
Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Miss Katie. I was on here the other day. I don't know if you remember me or not.
Well, Hannah, you have to be in a really quiet place, okay? I'm sorry, but I cannot...
Wait. I'm going to a quiet place. Hang on. Okay, is this better?
You have to be... It has to be completely quiet. Oh, that's better.
Yes.
Are you at school? Are you at school, Hannah?
No, I'm 18. I'm at uni right now.
Okay, so you had to run into the... It sounds like you're in the bathroom. I heard the squeaking of the door.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Miss Katie, I was on here the other day, and do you want me to read a card first, and then we'll talk?
I do want you to read a card, all right? And I also want you to remember that this is the card about my Instagram, and I want you to go there to see what's really happening to the animals, okay, Hannah? because
Okay.
it's when I go, you want you to go to the stories there too. That's where I put the reposts, okay? Because Hannah, you
Okay.
will not understand. No rodeo hats. You will not understand unless you see it for yourself, okay? All right, read this
Okay.
card. To see the videos.
To see the videos they won't let us show on TikTok, subscribe on Instagram, thatveganteacher Miss Katie. When you go there, go to stories. Beware of fake accounts pretending to be me or her, but you get the gist. Yeah.
Okay, so that vegan teacher, Miss Katie, all one word, okay? No underscores or anything. Can you remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Okay. It's really important because they will not let us show you here on TikTok or on YouTube what actually happens to the animals. But in the stories, I can repost all the wonderful, wonderful but extremely sad videos that other people film, because we have some really great people around the world who are courageous enough to film what actually happens to the animals, and it is heartbreaking. All right, what did you want to say? What in the heck is that they just put on my head? What?
I was on here the other day and you had told me that everyone in the world should be vegan, and you told me to watch Dominion, which I did. But I also done a little bit of research because you
Hold
did
on a
tell me
second.
that
Hold
was
on a
another
second,
thing.
Hannah. Did you watch
Hi.
all of Dominion or just part of it?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
I watched
will you
the whole
please
thing.
tell us what you saw?
Well, you see in Dominion, you see the inside of the factories and like the whole animal industry. You see the stuff that all the animals go through to get your day-to-day products, and yeah.
Well, Hannah, what happens to the pigs in the industry? What did you see?
Well, first of all, the mothers and the stuff, like they get, impregnated so that they can have more kids and.
So hold on a
Miss
second.
Katie-
So you're saying that you saw the pigs who were confined? Let me see if I can find a little pig. So
Yes, they were all squashed together, Miss Katie. I did see that.
so they're all squashed. Oh, thank you very much for the giraffe. So they're squashed together like this. They're in a cage. Can they turn around, Hannah?
No, they cannot.
How did it make you feel if you saw that being done to a dog who could never turn around, Hannah? Would you be crying and sad?
It made me like a bit upset. It made me feel upset.
Okay, is somebody else with you in the bathroom now?
She's just leaving. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
But Miss
All right,
Katie,
so
I
hold
do
on a
have-
second. Because here's the thing, all right? If you saw Dominion, honestly, you don't need to ask me
Yes.
any questions right now.
No, but
You
Miss
need
Katie,
to
I do
teach.
have a question which has nothing to do with Dominion.
Yeah, but that's the point. That's the point, is I want to talk about Dominion because I don't hear that in your voice that you actually saw it, like that
Miss
you were
Katie,
present.
I promise you I did, but I really do have an important question for you about veganism.
Hannah, did you cry when you saw it?
I didn't cry, but it did bring me to tears, Miss Katie.
Well, did it make you cry or not? Tears means you were crying.
Well then yes.
What was the sad?
Tears didn't actually.
What was?
Just the way that the animals were being treated, and then it made me realize that people that buy animal products, like they just allow this to happen day in and day out. Like animals have to go through this, millions and millions of animals, just so that we can, have those products.
That's right, they do. And I want to thank you so much for coming here to teach that. I really do appreciate you. Now you will notice that I hung up on you, and you're probably wondering why, and so is everybody else. But I will tell you why. Okay? Because I have intuition, because I have talked to thousands of you in the past. And my intuition tells me that the way that you reacted just now in talking about the documentary Dominion shows me two things. One, you either did not really see it, Hannah, or two, you're lacking something in your heart. Because anyone who has actually seen the whole documentary of Dominion, Hannah, will come in here and say, oh my God, Miss Katie, I can't believe what happens to the animals. I was sobbing. I was crying. You're right, Miss Katie. They should be allowed to show us the truth here on TikTok and on YouTube. But that isn't what you came in to do, is it, Hannah? Right? And so what I'm doing now, Hannah, is I'm going to allow you some time to go back and watch the documentary called Dominion on YouTube in its entirety. And if you watch it, Hannah, and you honestly have nothing to say about the documentary, recommending it to other people immediately, then please don't come back to my live stream. Because as I said, either you didn't really watch it, Hannah, or something is wrong with you. and you don't belong here. Here, we are here to create vegan teachers. And vegan teachers come from people who are compassionate and who watch the documentary Dominion and can barely watch it. They're closing their eyes, they have their hand on their mouth, they are crying, and they are thinking to themselves, what kind of a fucking world do we live in? If you did not have that reaction, Hannah, then really I can't help you, okay? That's the truth. So Hannah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to imagine that you lied to me, that you didn't actually watch all of Dominion. Or here's what you did. You went fast forward, watched 30 seconds, let's go to the next one, 30 seconds. And that is not the experience of watching Dominion. You can't watch it with the sound off, surrounded on a bus by just like going through it. You have to be alone in a room, Hannah. You have to feel it. You have to really imagine it was you in that position or another animal that you love. Do you understand, Hannah? Okay, thank you, by the way, to Jay, who is putting these hearts on the screen. Jay, I feel you, and I know that you feel me. I know that you get it, all right? So let me go to the next person on the list here, which actually is Jay. Well, there's somebody named Glitch here, but Jay seems to be putting lots of hearts. So I'm going to go to Jay, and then I'll see if Glitch is still here afterwards.
Hello.
Hi, are you a compassionate person?
Yes, I am.
Do you think it's wrong to exploit animals?
Can I ask one question?
Nope, you have to read a card first.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Here, read this one.
Vegans are heroes who will go down in history as brave warriors because they stood up to defend the animals when so many people were harming them.
Do good people hurt animals or do they save them, Jay?
They saved them.
Okay, you can ask your question.
So vegan is like no cheese and all of that, right?
Vegan means that we don't exploit animals. Read this card.
Veganism isn't a diet, it's a justice movement against the explanations of animals.
No, read this word again. It's exploitation.
Exploitations. Sorry.
Okay, to exploit animals, Jay, means we don't do anything to them that we wouldn't want done to us. So we don't force them to be pregnant. We don't rip out their hair. We don't rip out their feathers. We wouldn't put those into a pillowcase. We don't eat animals. We don't experiment on them. We don't encage them. We don't enslave them. We don't treat them like objects. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, tell me what I just said before you ask your question to make sure you really got it.
That you don't use animals in the wrong way, just for your own personal need.
Yeah, we don't use them in any way at all.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay, so your question about cheese. So no, we would not eat cheese that comes from milk because milk is stolen from a mother cow, okay?
But what else is the milk from a cow used for?
Cow's milk is for baby cows. Whose milk is a dog's milk for?
The baby dogs.
That's right. What about cat milk? Cat milk is for baby.
Cats.
Giraffe milk is for baby.
Giraffes.
Cow milk is for baby.
Cow.
You got it.
But I just have to say one thing.
Just one thing?
Big Mac from McDonald's.
Yeah, and you know what? You know what's very cool is that soon McDonald's in the future will all be vegan. It's just a matter of time because of good people like you. So thank you for telling me about getting the Big Mac from there. And I see you've written on the screen that you then stepped on it and made a protest, which is amazing. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, look at all of this beautiful fruit on the stage here. Nice. You know what I love about people like you, Jay? You know, you are just so impressive. You know, not only did you read the cards, 2 of them really well, you also bought a Big Mac, and then you did a protest. You did what? You also brought one of those, what are they called? What did you call it? A megaphone. You brought a megaphone into McDonald's, and you stepped on the Big Mac and told everybody to get the fuck out of here? That's amazing. Jay, guys, everyone tap on the screen. Jay needs at least 10,000 likes for that. That's right. Oh, no cowboy hats on my head though, okay? Guys, tap on the screen 100 times each, yeah, just for Jay. Jay, guys, did you hear that on YouTube? This guy over here on TikTok, amazing. Oh, thank you guys for all the hearts. You know what, guys? You're making me so happy. I just feel like it's time to dance, you know? Vegans are awesome. They really are. Let's dance to that song. This is in honor of Jay, our new vegan. All right, let's adjust our pants. Okay, get myself organized here. All right. Okay. Yeah, I got a new sweater, secondhand, of course. Okay, my underwear are in my butt. Hold on, let me just get everything out. There we go. Okay. You guys ready? Okay, everybody dance with me, because you know what? You got to get up. Some of you are getting fat. And no, fat is not healthy, okay? This isn't about me shaming you. It's me about just telling the honest truth, okay? Being fat is not healthy. So get up, all you lazy bums, and let's have some fun. In honor of Jay, our new vegan. Woohoo! Let's go. We're dancing. Vegans are awesome. Vegans are amazing. Vegans are beautiful. Vegans are daring. Vegans are curious. Vegans are brave. Vegans stand up to animal bullies to stop the cruel ways they behave. Ooh, people say they hate them, vegans. Ooh, but secretly they love them. Are you one of those people who eats meat, cheese, and eggs and feels really bad because you know that each of these comes from animal abuse, but you don't know what to do because you're just not sure you can ever be vegan even though you really want to? Well, you come to the right place. The first step is to just join us and dance along to this song. Woo! Vegans are heroes. Vegans are intelligent. Vegans are loving. Vegans are radiant. Vegans are vivacious. Vegans eat lentils, beans, and rice. And if they give you shit, it's called tough love. They're actually being nice. Vegans are awesome. Vegans are amazing. Vegans are beautiful. Vegans are daring. Vegans are curious. Vegans are brave. Vegans stand up to animal bullies to stop the cruel ways they behave. Veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds, put them in your shopping cart. Peace begins on your plate, so open up your heart. If they see you dancing in the store, show them the freedom flag once more. Happy Vegan Declaration Day. Happy Vegan Declaration Day. Happy Vegan Declaration Day. Happy Vegan Declaration Day. Hooray! All right, guys. So many of you were dancing. Guys, were you dancing to Emily? Emily just put a bunch of roses. If you danced, put a rose on the screen, guys. Let me know. Are you out of breath? It's good if you're out of breath. It means you put some energy into it, you know? Yeah, that feels great, doesn't it? Yeah, we're sitting at our desks far too much. Every time that we are dancing over here, I want all of you guys to join me, okay? This isn't a show. As you can tell, I'm not a very good dancer. I just do whatever. Oh, hold on. I got pushed my cards over here. Let's keep going. So we're doing this series, Am I Still Vegan If? And we went over the one about the non-vegan restaurants. Am I still vegan if I work wait, what's this? Oh, go to a non-vegan restaurant and work in. All right, so we're on 152. Let's get somebody in here. Glitch is still here. Glitch, I'm so glad that you waited it out. I appreciate you.
Hello.
Hi, Glitch. Here is your card to read.
Okay. Question 152. Am I still vegan if I work in a non-vegan restaurant? Answer. Some vegans are poor, don't have a choice about where to work, but like everyone else, they need money to buy food and pay their rent. If possible, try to find another job. But in the meantime, do your best to skillfully promote vegan options on the menu.
Okay, so you know what you did wrong? You read the card so fast that I don't even think you remember what you said, and I don't think anybody else heard it either because you never once paused. Can you read it again?
That's how I read.
Can you read it again a little bit more slowly, please?
Okay. Question 152. Am I still vegan if I work in a non-vegan restaurant?
Ooh, that's better. You see, that was good intonation there, but you just have to pause for a sec, okay? And then let people think about what you said, because remember, you're a teacher, all right? The whole point in you being here is to learn. Oh, somebody had something happen. What happened? Did you cut yourself? What happened? Were you opening a can of some sort of food? If you were opening a can of tuna, then it's good that you got cut. But if you were opening a can of peaches, well, then I'm so sorry that happened. All right, but here's the thing, okay, guys? When you're in the live stream, do not be sitting there doing multitasking, okay? It's focus, focus, focus. That vegan teacher and you, all right? Oh, goodness gracious. Let me read it out loud, okay? Here, you can come back after you put a bandage on your finger or whatever, okay? Okay, some vegans are poor and don't have a choice about where to work, but like everyone else, they need money to buy food and pay rent, right? So, if possible, try to find another job, but in the meantime, do your best to skillfully promote vegan options on the menu. All right, so let's say you have to work at McDonald's because it's the only place within you, and there's like miles and miles to the next job. Well, you can go in there and you can tell everybody when they're ordering, you could say, would you like the vegan option, or would you like me to tell you about the vegan options? And then you can try to sell them something that doesn't hurt animals, and you can also tell them, you can say, I'm getting the fuck out of here as soon as I get a better job because I don't want to work in this place, right? Okay, there's a lot you can do. I was going to tell you some other things that you could do, but it would probably not be legal. But anyway. All right, let's go to the next. Oh, thank you very much for coming. Hey, Glitch. Thank you very much for the little roses. That is very sweet. Hi, Ava. Thank you, Ava. Okay, fine. I will play the song. Okay. All right, here it comes. Hold on. What's my address on Instagram? It's that vegan teacher, Miss Katie. No dots, no underscores, just like that. That vegan teacher, Miss Katie. Do you like it, eh? Again? Okay, one more time. That's it, though. After that. What's my address on Instagram? It's that vegan teacher, Miss Katie. No dots, no underscores, just like that. That vegan teacher, Miss Katie. There we go. All right. Thank you very much for listening. Now you know it. Make sure you subscribe over there, okay, guys? Lots of videos that you might have missed. All right, let's go to the next person here. Oh, we got somebody named Pupkin God. What is a Pupkin God? Oh, guys, why didn't you tell me that this is backwards? Guys?
Hi, I just want to learn about veganism.
Well, that's great. You came to the right place. All right, so you're going to read this card here. Am I still vegan if I sit in a car with leather seats? You're going to answer it, okay? Is that all right?
Okay.
Do you know how to read?
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. All right. You read
Question 153. Huh?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, am I still vegan if I sit in a car with leather seats? Answer. We don't live in a vegan world yet, so we're often faced with these kinds of heart-wrenching dilemmas. I don't know what that word is.
A dilemma is like a decision that you have to make. Like, I'm in a dilemma. I don't know whether I should do this or that. Okay, so let's say, so we're talking about what? What's the subject?
Can I read it again?
See, don't you find that interesting? You just read something and you don't have a clue what it is about. You don't even know the general idea, which shows me that's what happens to a lot of people. They come in here to read the cards, but they're just going through the motions. They're not even actually thinking about what they're saying. Now, as a teacher, you have to be present. You have to know what you're reading about. Reading is not just a door to get access to talking to me, all right? So I will let you read it again, but this time I want you to have learned something, because this doesn't just apply to today. This applies to your whole life. Every time you're reading something, you should be trying to focus. And if you cannot explain what you just read to somebody else, it means you didn't understand it. Do you understand?
My bad.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Are you angry with me, or do you believe that you just learned something?
Yeah, I think I learned something.
All right, because I don't want you to be angry with me, okay? I'm just trying to help you. Because to be honest with you, I sometimes do that too. I'm reading something and then I realize my mind just drifted off. So I have to drag myself back like, hello, pay attention, right? We have a lot of trouble focusing. So try again, okay? So I'll read the question, okay? So am I still vegan if I sit in a car with leather seats? Now you see what happens is it's important you stop, because you have to think about what's going on. Picture yourself getting into a car right now, right? And there's leather seats. Leather seats are the skin of an innocent cow that didn't want to die, right?
Yeah.
So you understand now why this is a dilemma,
Yeah.
right? Because vegans don't want to use any items that come from animals, okay? So now you're going to read the answer. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the answer say?
We don't live in a vegan world yet, so we're often faced with these kinds of heart-wrenching dilemmas. The most important thing is to never... Bro, I can't see because of the roses and GGs.
Okay, so we'll never buy a car. The most
With
important
leather
thing is
seats
to
yourself.
never buy a car with leather seats and
Remind others that cows, like dogs, face...
no.
No, we need our
Okay, hold on,
protection
listen.
from being
So, hold on, we're going to stop when there's a comma, okay? The reason for a comma in a sentence is so you can stop, all right? So, the most important thing is to never buy a car with leather seats yourself, okay? So, remember, we're talking about going into someone else's car with leather seats. So, the most important thing is never buy a car with leather seats yourself, and remind others that cows, and see how I stopped there? Cows, like dogs, comma, there's a stop, okay, need
our protection from being enslaved and objectified.
okay. So because we would never get into, like, imagine if you were getting into a car and somebody told you the seats are made from the skin that was ripped off of your neighbor's dog. Wouldn't you be like, what? Wouldn't you be like super sad?
Yeah, I would.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to make the point there that it's a dilemma because obviously the vegan, or you in the future as a vegan, you're not going to want to sit there, but sometimes we don't have a choice. The most important thing is that we do not buy any leather going forward, and we say something. Like if you have to be near leather or any other animal products, you can make a point of trying to channel yourself to really feel what's happening, to make you a stronger activist. Like every time I go past McDonald's, it's almost like I get fuel to remind me why I have to do a live stream, because these hellholes still exist.
Yeah.
Okay, did you want to say something? Ask a question or?
I was just wondering, why you don't like the gifts of like hats and mustaches.
Oh, because they are a sign of cruelty towards the animals. I don't want the rodeo hats on my head. Here, I wrote a song about it. Listen to this, okay? It's not very beautiful, but gives you that.
Rodeo people
Sorry.
kidnap horses by dragging them away from their families in nature. Rodeo people exploit horses by tying them up, which is a kind of torture. Rodeo people break the spirits of horses by riding them without consent. That's cruel. Rodeo people rip the skin off baby cows and turn them into whips and saddles, which goes against the golden rule. When rodeo people get tired of their horses, they betray them by dragging them on planes to Japan. Terrified and tired, they're led to slaughter. Their hopes are burned in pan after pan. Please do unto others as you would want unto you. Don't put a rodeo hat on my head, because it makes me sad when you do. And that's why I don't want a rodeo hat on my head. Okay? Understand now? So guys on TikTok, thank you for not doing that. You know what? We like a chicken on my shoulder. Instead, everybody makes everybody happy. Cute little chicken comes in, little yellow chicken, jumps on my head, goes out the other end, and it makes everyone happy. Little puppy also on the screen is nice. And of course, the fruits dancing in reminds us all to eat more fiber. Okay? Fiber is the new protein. Say it with me. Fiber is the new protein. Fiber is the new protein. Fiber is the new protein. Let me know if you know what I mean. Fiber is the new protein. That's right, everybody. Fiber is the new protein because we are really lacking in fiber in our bodies. You see, our gut microbiome is made up of all these beautiful little creatures, and they need to be fed. And how they are fed is with fiber. And there is no fiber in meat. Guys, no rodeo hats on that vegan teacher's head. Guys, on YouTube, they are so cruel over here. On TikTok, stop it. All right? Doesn't even look good with my outfit. No, I don't want a rodeo hat. I'm joking. My outfit. Give me a break. Okay, sometimes things just pop out of my mouth. Okay, this person's name is the letter P. Okay, why did you name your account the letter P? Is it P for P or is it P for peas?
It's the first letter of my name.
It's the first letter of your name. Okay. Hey, by the way, while we're talking about P, did you eat your 67 peas yet today?
No.
Okay, don't forget, all right? Now, just so you don't have to waste time counting them all out, all right? It's approximately 3 tablespoons worth. You just take them out of the freezer, just take 3 tablespoons, shove them in the microwave for a while, and then just eat them like that. You can eat them while watching TV. Peas have protein. Oh, I got a super chat over here. How lovely. This one is by Fantastic. Fantastic Wolf. Okay. Thank you. You didn't write anything, though. I don't know if wolves are so fantastic, you know? They have fangs, though, I'll give you that. But thank you for being here. I mean, you know, God designed wolves to hurt innocent animals. God really screwed up, but it's not the wolves' fault. You see, the wolves don't have moral agency, but we do. We can choose right from wrong. So it's our job to protect the animals because they're just like children. They don't know better. All right, so are you ready to read a card?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so first of all, you're going to have to, I think you're going to need to read this card enthusiastically to begin with because you don't sound like you're fully wide awake. Let's do this as enthusiastic as you can.
Hello, TikTok and YouTube. Welcome to class. I'm,
You have to say your first name. Don't worry, nobody can find you on the planet. Why are people so afraid to say their first name? Bob, George, Sue, what's your name? Cindy, what?
I'm not going to tell you my name.
All right, okay. If you cannot tell me your name, then you cannot teach the class, okay? Because we can't have people who are paranoid here. There is nothing wrong with stating your first name on social media. Nobody is going to find you. And besides that, you could just say the name that you want to be called, like your favorite name. All right? The important thing is I can't address you as user 1,297 billion, right? I need a name. Let's go to the next person. Guys, don't come in if you have Tourette's syndrome because you have to be able to read. And you can't just automatically just blurt out whatever, okay? Don't come in if you cannot concentrate. Do not come in if you are dyslexic and cannot read. The point is to be able to read and to be a teaching assistant. Now, when you become vegan teachers, your students are going to have to call you something. Right? It can't be user number, whatever the heck these, look at these names, guys. Come on. Okay, I'm going to fix you. Hold on. Before we get to the next person, I'm going to fix you. Let me see some of your names here. My goodness, okay? We have somebody named Hussein. Hussein? A good name for you would be Hussein is vegan now. Huh? Okay? That would be a good name for you. The Hussein part is fine, okay? But you got to have a better last name. Oh, and Patrick here. Patrick, you put the letter L on the screen. I know that you love me, and that's a great symbol for that. Thank you. You love the live stream. Guys, the more L's you put, the better. That's so nice. What other names do we have here? Let me see. So we'll look over here on YouTube. What kind of names do you guys have here? Okay, we have somebody whose name here is It's Mia. Okay, It's Mia. Now, Mia, your name from now on should be It's Mia the Vegan. Huh? Doesn't that have a nice ring to it, right? Okay, you can totally be vegan here. Absolutely. It's Mia the Vegan. That's a great name for you. Okay. And by the way, thanks for the love. Thanks for writing the letter L. That was really sweet of you. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, let's just get the next person in here. Okay. This is person 2.0. Person 2.0, you need a better name, okay? Do not come in if you're not over 18. You have to be over 18. You have to know how to read. You can't say, oh, I have Tourette's syndrome, so I'm going to accidentally blurt out something mean. All right? No excuses. Person 2. Person 2.0. Oh, they left. Okay, let's go to the next person. Maybe we got, oh, Blake is here. Hello.
Hello?
All right, here is your card. Okay, I'll read the question and you read the answer. You ready?
Yeah, one sec. Alright, go on.
All right. Okay. Am I still vegan if? Okay, question 155. Okay, it says, am I still vegan if someone tricked me into eating meat by accident? What do you think intuitively your answer is going to be to that?
Well, no, not really, because it's not it wasn't your choice.
Yeah, it's not your fault, right? If somebody tricks you, all right? That's good. All right, so it says, and here's the answer. It says, yes, you are still vegan. Keep reading.
Wait, yes, wait, which bit, sorry?
Right
Am I
here where
still
I'm
vegan?
pointing, right here. Yes, if someone cruelly tricked you by putting
By
something.
putting something non-vegan in your food, you're still vegan. Especially if you return the favour by reminding them that smoothie you just served them had a teaspoon of your urine and feces in it.
Okay, do you know what urine is?
Yeah,
What is it?
piss,
Pee, right? Okay, what is feces?
poo.
That's right. Okay. So if you're vegan, you're an ethical vegan and you never want to hurt animals, and you have some awful, horrible friend who slips some sort of non-vegan product in there, what you do is you tell them that that's not okay, but you're going to show them how it's not okay in this way, okay? Just by reading this card to them. Now remember, you guys, you're going to take a screenshot of this card. Okay, everybody, on TikTok and on YouTube. And the question is, am I still vegan if someone tricked me into eating meat by accident? The answer is yes. If someone tricked you by putting something non-vegan in your food, you're still vegan. Especially if you return the favor by reminding them that the smoothie you just served them had a teaspoon of your urine and feces in it. Now, how do you think that they would react if you told them that?
Well, they won't be very happy.
They wouldn't be very happy, but do you think that they would understand how it makes the vegan feel if they are treated that way?
Well, maybe, but it is a bit extreme.
Yeah, you know what's extreme? Cutting the heads off innocent animals and putting them on someone's plate who wants nothing to do with it. That's pretty extreme. All right, so thank you for reading the card. Are you ready to look at the vegan flag now? And this is our freedom flag. And talk about some vegan foods that we should all be eating?
Yeah.
All right, good. So you're going to look over here on TikTok and I'll be over here on YouTube, all right?
Alright.
Okay, so you tell me all the different vegan foods that you read as they pertain to this flag. We'll start with brown. Guys over on YouTube, tell me about some vegan foods that you know about that are brown. All right, think about it. I'll start, okay? I'll start with peanut butter toast. That's vegan. The toast is brown, and so is the peanut butter, right? Okay, let's go to the next one. Anything else you see on TikTok? I'll look over here on YouTube. Somebody says that they're gay. Okay, you know what, guys? You could be gay, but this is not the time, okay, to come out as gay. We're coming out as vegan. That's what this flag is all about. It's a freedom flag, liberation flag. All right, let's go over here. What else do we have? Scribbles and sketches. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to put you in a timeout, okay? Because you didn't answer the question. The question is to write down vegan foods. All right? Good job, guys. All right, so do we have poo? No, poo is not vegan unless you're eating it consensually, okay? But I wouldn't recommend it. It's not very healthy, okay? Vegan foods should be healthy. All right, let's look at the next one here. What do you have on your side? Someone wrote peas over here. Are you able to read the comments?
Me?
Yeah, you're supposed to be reading here on TikTok.
Yeah.
I see loads of them. You're missing them. Potatoes, apple, broccoli, kiwi, oranges. My goodness, keep reading and I'll read mine. Lentils, coconut,
Potatoes.
Carrot. No, eggs are not vegan. Yep.
Plants.
What did you say?
No, plants.
Plants. Yeah,
nuts,
all plants are vegan. That's good. I've got something over here. No, eggs.
Potato.
Eggs are not vegan, guys. Okay, to eat them is not
Mushrooms.
okay. All right, I'm gonna have to put a timeout on you. Okay, put user in timeout because you just wrote something that is not vegan. All right, so now you won't be able to play with us anymore. All right, let's see what else we have. Oh, we got somebody put here kale. Evil Larry. Larry, change your name. Change your name to Happy Larry, okay? Because you just put all these beautiful decorations here, Larry, and that was nice. All this kale, salad, that's wonderful.
Mushroom.
Mushroom, okay. I saw lettuce here. I saw peas. Potato, yeah, guys, a lot of them, okay? Chickpeas.
Broccoli.
Pardon?
Broccoli.
Broccoli, okay. Okay, I'm going to continue, all right? I'm going to say walnuts. Now start to name the different nuts, guys. Think of all the different nuts you know about. Walnuts. Peanuts, good job. I saw peanuts over here. We're doing nuts, guys. You have any over here? Someone said pistachio on your side. Somebody said macadamia nuts. Hazelnuts, very good. All right, now let's think about all the different, guys, all the different types of pasta. Pasta usually doesn't have eggs in it. Think of all the different shapes of noodles. All right, I'll start. Spaghetti noodles. Okay, they're brown. Get the whole grain ones. All right, spaghetti noodles. Let's talk about all the different noodles. You're not naming any on your side. You don't see any? Somebody wrote ramen or ramen noodles, okay? And then you know what? Okay, thank you very much. I'm just gonna remove you for a sec, all right? You can come back to another live stream because I think I'm just gonna do both because it's going a little bit slow. Okay, so on this side, we have mac and cheese as long as it's vegan. Yes, good job, TikTok. Over here on YouTube, we have, that's right, lasagna noodles. Lasagna is vegan. Mac and cheese, as long as it's vegan cheese, that's also very good. That's also vegan. All right, other noodles, guys. Let's look. I'll see you guys. Carbonara. As long as it's made only with vegan foods, that's okay. Noodles with different kinds of vegetables on top, tomato sauce, lots of spices. That's amazing. All right, and you can also put noosh on there. Do you guys know what that is? Nutritional yeast. Nutrition. You know what? I just realized something, guys. I am going to have to start having little jars on my desk of different things to show you what they look like because people don't seem to know what nutritional yeast is. I don't blame you. I didn't know what it was until I became vegan either. Yeah, that's only when then did I find out. I know, it's crazy, right? All right. Let me see what you guys are writing here. Okay, I think, you know what, guys? I think we're going to take a break from our freedom flag. Just remember that when you go to the grocery store, to put a wide variety of foods on there. If you're at the cash and you look in your grocery cart, you have nothing green, you go back. You march back to the frozen food section. You put a bag of broccoli in there and some peas, okay? And even frozen spinach, all right? You do that. You have to have a wide variety of healthy foods. I don't want you to say, I tried to be vegan, but it didn't work. That's because you're not eating healthy. You can't just be drinking beer and eating French fries. All right, people? Okay. Eat healthy vegan foods. Let's go over here and get the next person in. Riley. Riley is here. Hello, Riley. Hi, Riley.
Hello.
Hi, Riley. Do you eat dogs?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I can't let you in, okay? Because you have to be a kind, sane person to come in, okay? Go to the next person. Okay, this next person's called Mr. Dontudari or something like that.
Hello.
Hi, do you eat cats?
Oh, absolutely not. No way.
Okay, that's good. You can stay. All right, so the next thing is, I'm going to work on something that might not be so easy for you, Mr. What's your name? How do I say it?
Mr. If you wanted to say my real name, it's Nate. Simple, just Nate.
Okay, Nate. Nate, do you eat chickens?
Yes, I destroy chickens. I could eat like thousands. Absolutely thousands.
You know what? I know, right? I used to eat chickens too. One of the worst days of my life. on my discovery to become vegan. You know, when I started thinking about it, you know how you get takes 100 clicks to become vegan? I had 3 teenagers in the house, and we weren't vegan yet. We weren't even vegetarian. And we were just like any other family, eating sometimes chicken wings. And we ordered these wings. And one day, so I was sitting there with my 3 kids. Actually, they weren't really teenagers yet. They were just like tween, you know? So it was my husband and I and our 3 kids. And I looked down at this bucket full of wings. We had ordered 30 wings, I think it is. Yeah, 30, my God, maybe it was even more than that. Anyway, I started to think about how many chickens that is. I think it was 60 chicken wings. Isn't that insane? I started to think about these poor chickens that were on my table, all of these wings. And I just thought to myself, if they were running around in my house right now or my backyard, I would never, ever be able to take them and like strangle them and just like rip off their wings and put them in a frying pan. That would be awful. You see? And so that's how you become vegan. It takes 100 clicks to become vegan. You have to get the message in your head and in your heart. You guys are all at the right place to start. By the way, if you guys have any super chats over here on my YouTube channel, feel free to put them in if you have something you want to say to me, a specific thing you want me to read out loud, okay? Because if it's not in a super chat, it's not going to freeze on the screen and I might not be able to read it, okay? But in the meantime, talk among yourselves. As long as you're being polite, that's fine, okay? But if you want me here on YouTube to pay attention to you, that's the way it works, okay? All right, and over here on TikTok, let's get the next person in here. We have somebody named Abby. Oh, hold on, Abby. I just do have a quick super chat to deal with here. This is by somebody who's Kane the Priest. Oh, hi, Abby. Hi, I'm so sorry, sweetie, but you cannot be in a classroom surrounded by other people, and you're not allowed to have your camera on, okay? But you seem really sweet, Abby. But you're going to have to go back, go into a bathroom or something where the door is shut, okay? And you can't be surrounded by people. Because this is a classroom where you have to have your full attention, okay? Not all your classmates around you. But you seem really sweet. You know, you seem really kind. So if you have the time later to do that, okay? In the meantime, I'm going to read this super chat. Kane the Priest writes, this is from New Zealand. Thank you for the $5 donation. Kane, who writes, Romans 14:2. Okay, I guess you are quoting from the Bible, right? So listen, I just want to tell you about this, okay? When we're quoting the Bible, we are quoting the Bible's parts of the Bible that talks about us being kind and not cruel, okay? So I have my own little mini Bible here. This is a Bible, a little mini version, the New Testament. And what we clearly see here is the 10 Commandments. And the 10 Commandments remind us, thou shalt not kill. You shouldn't be killing. So if you're eating animals, you're paying somebody to kill them, right? It also says in here, thou shalt not steal. And if you're stealing from animals, that means that you are being cruel to them. If you stole them their eggs or their milk or their wings, that would be cruel, right? So our New Testament here, our Bible, reminds us, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. You know what that means. Be vegan at every meal. Be vegan at every meal. Now, you see, I personally don't believe that this is the word of God. I think this is just a book. I don't believe in the Bible. But if you guys are talking about the Bible, then I will speak your language. You religious people, I'm going to remind you to be kind. Jesus would not want you to hurt animals. And if Jesus was sitting beside me right now, you know that he would love me and he would say, keep going, Miss Katie. And if I asked Jesus, we have all these beautiful foods around us, every single color of the rainbow, every single color of fruits and vegetables here on the table, Jesus. And there's also a pig in the back. And there's also a chicken in the back. Jesus, should we kill those animals right now? Or should we just eat all this abundance of vegan, delicious foods that have protein in them and vitamins and minerals? Everyone here knows that Jesus would tell all of you to not be fucking assholes. Jesus would say, Do not hurt the animals. Listen to that vegan teacher and be vegan from now on. That's what Jesus would say. Now, he might not use those words, right? But I do. Because I actually think that it's important to give the message in as strong a manner as possible. But if you prefer I say it this way, then here it is. Jesus would say, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. You know what that means. Be vegan at every meal. Be vegan at every meal. And then Jesus would do some jazz hands. Jazz hands. Right? That's right. Okay, so thank you from Cain the priest for reminding all of us here that we should be vegan. Guys, let's always be nice to priests who are actually vegan and quoting the parts of the Bible that remind us to be good. Okay? Okay. All right, we're going to get to the next card here in our session. Now we are on card number 156. And I'm aware of the time, guys. I'm just realizing we're actually already at the 60-minute mark. But, you know, some of you seem to be having so much fun, so we'll stay for a couple more minutes, okay? I do want to get through the lesson. But it won't be much longer because I have other classes to teach, you know, private students. Okay, so question 156. Am I still vegan if I keep my favorite wool sweater if it reminds me not to exploit animals ever again? What do you guys think? What do you think? That's an interesting question, right? Because vegans don't buy wool. Let's see if we can get somebody else to read. Let's see, we got somebody here who's going to read the next one here. I'm going to read the answer. Am I still vegan if I keep my favorite wool sweater? If it reminds me not to exploit animals ever again? What do you think? Please read the answer.
Yes, you might need to keep some non-vegan clothes until you have money to buy new ones. But it might be not to wear any non-vegan.
Well, you missed. I didn't hear a word, but it might be best. Maybe you said it and it glitched out. Okay, but it might be best to not wear any non-vegan items outside your home because
others will not understand the nuance.
This nuance. Okay.
Nuance.
So it gets tricky, right? Like, let's say you become vegan and you decide I'm never exploiting animals again. I'm not stealing from them. But you still have, let's say, a blanket that your grandmother made for you years ago. Now, if you throw that out, is that going to help the animals? Not really. But you should not be parading around with it and acting like it's okay. If you have a pair of leather shoes, you don't have to throw them out right away. You can wait until they wear out and then buy non-leather shoes going forward. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah. All right. Good job. All right. So would you like to tell us about your vegan journey? Do you think what do you think about it? How do you feel about humans exploiting other animals? Because we're animals too, right? How do you feel about humans exploiting other animals?
I don't feel too good about it. Like, they're just killing animals out there. But, like...
Do you think that we should respect other animals? Besides
yeah, because they're oh, sorry.
Because we're animals too, right?
They're also living.
Yeah. So you think we
they're
should...
also living.
Yeah, we should respect other animals. That's right. But can we truly respect animals if we eat them and use them?
No.
That's right. And so what should we do now? Do you know the definition of veganism?
To not eat meat and, like, follow your rules that you set for yourself.
Well, it means we don't exploit animals. We just don't use them. We respect them for real. We don't just say we respect them, but we don't use them. We don't eat them or wear them, okay? So because veganism isn't a diet, it's a justice movement. Can you read this one? Veganism?
Veganism isn't a diet. It's a justice movement against the exploitation of animals.
Right. To exploit somebody means to use them. Okay? So remember, you probably heard in the history books that some back in the day, there were... You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So back in the day, you know, white people used to exploit black people and treat them like slaves. Did you hear those stories?
Yeah.
Right. So that was wrong, correct?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
That was wrong. So vegans don't exploit humans, and we don't want to exploit other animals either. So we don't want to exploit cows or pigs or chickens. Okay?
Okay. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, someone sending me gifts. All right. So, what's your opinion on SS Sniper Wolf?
Well, I think she's very evil because I asked her to please stop hurting animals, and she has over 30 million followers, and she acted like an absolutely horrible person because what she should have said is, Miss Katie, you're right. We should strive to be vegan. We should all try to be vegan. And then she would have had a big impact on her audience. Instead, she just decided to be very cruel, and she said that just the thought of being vegan makes her want to punch a cow. And do you know what happened the next day when I checked my email?
The cow died?
Somebody,
Or the cow got hurt?
a teenager, saw her video and thought it would be funny to punch a baby cow in the head and sent me that video.
What?
They sent me that video, okay? This is how evil Sniper Wolf is. This is how disgusting it is. When you have famous people who do not say positive things about veganism, it has a domino effect, atrocious. So this is why it's important for everybody who has a platform with a large audience to speak out in defense of the victims, to say we should all strive to be as vegan as possible. That's what they should all say. Sniper Wolf, Call Me Chris, Gordon Ramsay, Darman, Ben of the Week, who did eventually become vegan, by the way. But anyway, thanks for your
Okay,
question.
so what do you have to say to the haters?
I have to say to them that nobody really hates vegans. You know, because vegans are here protecting the animals. Nobody really hates them. I mean, listen, here's a song. Nobody hates vegans. They only hate the mirror vegans hold up to them. Nobody hates vegans. They just hate the fact they know they should be like them. And the truth is, they so easily can. That's right. Nobody really hates vegans. They just hate the fact that we hold up a mirror to them and remind them to stop hurting animals. All right, guys, we made it in past, look, we did so far. We did, am I still vegan if? We did card number 151, 152, 153, 154, and 55, 156, and we're going to have to continue in the next live stream. So if you would like to read a card in the next live stream, or you want to support the channel with a super chat, if you have a specific thing you want to say, guys, over here on YouTube, before I go, I'll give you another 1 minute if you want to write something that you want me to read out loud, okay? But after that, I really do have to go, okay? And you guys over here on TikTok, thank you also very much for your support. Wow, we got up to 117,000 likes. That's really cool, guys. Thank you for that. Thank you for being kind to the animals. And remember also, guys, that in your own life, you are really your own best friend. So give yourself a hug, all right? Give yourself a hug and be kind to yourself. Treat yourself as if you were 5 years old by the way that you feed yourself. Don't drink too much alcohol. Maybe if you're over 18, 1 glass of wine once in a while, but, you know, eat healthy foods. Don't eat all that crap. Be nice to yourself and promise yourself that you will strive to be vegan. You will not hurt animals ever again, all right? Thanks a lot for being here, everyone. Yeah, I see you guys coming in. Thank you, Maya, thank you for being here. Thanks, everyone on TikTok. I'll see you in the next live stream, okay? Don't forget to subscribe in case you forgot. Oh, hold on. We just have one more super chat here. This person named Reva Prajapati. Thank you, Reva. Thank you so much for this. I'm going to press a heart on your super chat and a like. Now, you didn't write a comment, but you did put a donation here, which is really sweet of you. Thank you. Oh, okay, hold on. Here's another one. Just a second. All right, this person is from It's Bright. Okay, interesting name. And you wrote, I ate a whole 7 pieces of tofu this live stream. That's great. That is really good. You know, next live stream, you can try to eat 8 little pieces of tofu. You get used to it. It tastes kind of blah, but you know, did you put anything on it? Did you try to put them in an air fryer? Okay, I really appreciate you to the person whose name is It's Bright. Okay, your future will be brighter the more vegan things that you eat. Like one of the things you can do, put just a little bit of salt and pepper on it. You can also have like a little jar of mustard, and you can like take a toothpick with your little cube of tofu and just dip it into some mustard. You know, there's lots of ways that you can eat it, okay? But thank you very much for being so kind here, for being vegan fantastic, or vegantastic is another way to say it. Being vegantastic and not vegan phobic. Thank you. All right, TikTok. See you guys in the next live stream, okay? Bye for now. And you guys on YouTube also. I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Stay on.